What is going on, guys? Newton here with MMO Play, bringing you guys a first look into Elite Lord of Alliance, a new free-to-play action MMORPG. Now, this game is currently in open beta, so it is available for everyone to play, and here we are in the character creation / character class selection screen. We're going to go over it very briefly and jump right into the gameplay. So, starting out with the classes that we can choose from, we have the Blood Knight, we have the Mage, we have a Sniper, we have a Psychic, and we have the Assassin Warrior. Now, each class is, it's fairly generic classes with just some interesting names behind it. The Blood Knight is your standard warrior class, the Mage is clearly a mage, Sniper is a gunner-based class, Psychic is seems like to be a hybrid between a warrior / cleric that utilizes hammers, which is pretty cool, kind of interested in that class, and the Assassin Warrior is your standard assassin shadow-based class. So I think we'll go ahead and go with the Psychic, and we're going to go ahead and name our character real quick, and other than that we can select our race as well. There's 4 different races, each kind of a different variation of a human generally. So let's go ahead and we're going to go with a female character model over here, kind of look like night elves, which is pretty cool. And we're going to go ahead and customize our appearance just a bit. Now, one thing I gotta say is kind of weird about this game that I've been playing around with a little bit is the music. The music will play for a little while, and then it just seems to cut and stop for a while, which is really weird. It's kind of doesn't have smooth transitions to replaying tracks, and it's a little awkward at times. So if you guys hear the music cut out, it's yeah, it's just the track stopped playing, and I've noticed it playing this game for a little bit. It's a little odd. So let's go ahead and go over our character customization a little bit. We got different hairstyles, we have our different eyes, and quite a few different things we can pick from, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nice to see a game that has a decent amount of options to character customization or character details and other stuff like that. It seems like a lot of the newer MMOs have very limited character customization. There's not much to it, so it's kind of nice to see a little bit of a newer game that has just a little bit more options than what we've seen before. We can go ahead and adjust our eyes, fix different ones that we want, but generally I think we're just going to kind of keep our character the way she is and jump right into some gameplay. So here's our character over here, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So getting started, we're going to go ahead and hit a loading screen over here as the game loads up and jump right into the gameplay. We have a bit of a cutscene. We're going to go ahead and skip that because I'm not too interested about the story. I want to show off the gameplay and the core mechanics to you guys. So talking to NPCs, left click to move, or to talk to them, or press F. So got it, understood. We can go ahead and hit that, and let's go ahead and, oh my bad, it was right click to move. So right click to move right off the bat, which is not bad, pretty standard for an action MMORPG. Feels very familiar if you guys have played Diablo, Path of Exile, or any game kind of similar to that. So let's go ahead and go up to the character over here and start interacting and continue on. Now, as for this game being in open beta, I believe the level cap is currently 30 or 35, so it is fairly low, and I've seen people hit level cap in pretty darn quickly, like at about a day or a day and a half. They've done a pretty quick job of it. So if you're playing this game and you're looking for a game that kind of gets you into endgame fairly quickly, it seems like this game does a good job of it, which is kind of nice. And I gotta say, right off the bat, jumping into the game, it's the design of the game, or the graphics, are pretty nicely polished. For being kind of like an anime-styled or anime-themed MMORPG, I gotta say it has a really nice amount of polish to it, which is kind of cool. A lot of the games, the anime-styled MMORPGs, they're okay looking. I mean, they're definitely a niche for the people who like the anime-styled graphics, but these are definitely pretty nicely polished as well. So let's go ahead. We have our quest tracker over here. Open up your inventory and hotkey to view our items. Alright, so before we even get started, we gotta go ahead and view our items. Let's go ahead, we got our hammer. Let's go ahead and perform a standard attack. Got it. Let's go ahead and get those tutorial out of here. Close that, and there we go. If we hold down shift, just like a normal action RPG, we will hold ourselves into place and maintain a auto attack, as well as we can utilize our skills as well. But if we choose to, we can go ahead and press A on our keyboard. So kind of whatever you want to do. If you want to use your mouse, you want to use your keyboard, you can go either way. I think holding down shift and clicking feels much more natural, much more fluid as of playing other action-based MMORPGs. So let's go ahead and continue on and see kind of the skills we have right off the bat. So there we go, we got a giant smash, pretty fitting skill for our hammer. Quite a bit of cooldown on that one though, so okay, these guys take nothing to kill. Pretty much getting one shot. So let's go ahead and continue on. And we gotta go ahead and fire the launch pads. Let's go ahead Fire that, see what that does. We're making some good progress, and let's continue on. So we have these guys over here. Pretty quick quest, and it seems like the combat's not too bad. It seems pretty good. But we got level 2, and it seems like we've acquired some quite a few new skills, which I'm pretty excited to put into use and try those out. So let's go ahead and keep going on, and let's see what else we can do. So your character uses 3 different battle stances to deal with the situation: a Holy Spirit, Sorcery, and Haildom. Press to change the Holy Spirit stance, press F1. Alright, interesting. That's kind of a cool different aspect to this character. They utilize different stances, so I wonder if it gives us different different skill effects as well. So we have Holy Spirit, so let's go ahead and test out our skills. We can go ahead and see them, so you can kind of get a general overview of how each skill works. And now I wonder if I select it, oh, we do get different skills. Our skills will change. That's kind of cool, as well as our weapon. That's pretty interesting. I gotta say, I have not seen that before, and I gotta say, I really like that system. It offers a lot of variety to each class, and it really changes up the gameplay and the uniqueness to every class. So it doesn't really get boring playing one class all the way through. There's a lot of different ways to play it. So let's go ahead and test out this skill over here. It seems like this kind of generally be maybe more of a tankier front lines stance, and then Haildom. Let's go ahead and see what this is. Ooh, we utilize a spear. That's really cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and, okay, so general poking and stuff like that. And then, alright, kind of a forward thrust or a stab based skill, which is kind of interesting. But generally, I picked the class for the hammer, and I think that's what we're going to stay with for now. So let's go ahead and keep going on with the quest and kill these enemies that we have to. We kind of have a cyclone spell over here, or a skill. And we're going to go ahead and use that, and these enemies don't take much to really kill. Pressing F2 change the battle stance. Alright, so let's go ahead and quick change into that over there and start killing some more enemies and kind of test out the different skills and see how hard they hit with these different stances. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. Let's go ahead and slash these guys, and as you can see, the damage output is a little bit lower with the sword and shield over here. So I definitely think they're going to be more of a tanky based stance. So let's go ahead and try this out. Oh, those are enemies, my bad. So let's go ahead and continue on over here. Wait for that to cool down. Oh, there we go. We got a guy flying in over here. Let's go ahead and start taking him out. And yep, they definitely does do a lot more damage with the first and third stances, and the second one is definitely probably going to be more tanky. So let's go ahead and continue on, complete these quests, kind of skip through these as fast as we can, and keep going on. Now we are in a new zone, progressing some more. Let's go ahead and open up the world map and kind of see how this looks. It seems like generally it's mostly instance based. This is the tutorial, but I think the game is mostly separated into different instances based on what level you are. You're gonna go ahead, kind of make your progress through that zone, and then once you acquire a certain level and completed the amount of quests, you're gonna go ahead and move on to the next zone. So some pretty linear progression, but overall generally it's not bad. So let's go ahead and talk to this guy real quick and continue on real quick, and let's go ahead and use the tracker. So let's go ahead and click here to start the quest, using the tracker real quick, and now we gotta go ahead and make some more progress this way. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to our hammer. I'm really digging the hammer. That's kind of why I picked the class, like I said, and it makes me really interested to see kind of what other classes have, as well as stances and different variations, which is kind of cool. It's really cool. I like that aspect of the game. You really do get a lot of variation throughout the game, if each class does get quite a few different stances. So let's go ahead and continue on with these, and let's go ahead and open up our inventory so we can go ahead and equip these new weapons over here. And let's go ahead and continue on fighting some more enemies. We'll switch the stance a little bit again, so you guys can get a general overview of how each spell kind of works. And I wonder if you can you can hot switch right in the middle of battle, which is really cool. So you're on cooldown, go ahead and hot switch again. Keep using these skills that are on cooldown. Let's go ahead and use our cyclone and say all these are on cooldowns. Go ahead and hot switch again and use our spears. So this is kind of a good way if you can kind of get used to it and get good to pressing your macros real quick, or your hotkeys really quick, to maximize your damage while skills are on cooldown. So that's kind of cool. It's very interesting and a nice system, I gotta say. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. But aside from all that, the game has some really nice visuals to it. The graphics are really nice. I gotta say, the environments, the scenery, they're all really nicely made. They're well polished, and overall I think it's a visually pleasing game. along with the different classes and the different stances that offer some good variation to each class. It's really cool, and it seems like it's going to be a very in-depth game. Overall, it seems like it's going to be very, very solid, and it could be appeal to a lot of people. As for the game's endgame content, it offers a lot of dungeon grinding or dungeon exploration with the bosses to fight with parties, as well as PvP. So it offers a little bit of everything for everyone. If you guys are interested in this game, you guys can go ahead and download it and check it out right now because it is currently in open beta. So it is available to everyone. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I will talk to you later.